Well, welcome to my online teaching journey. I am so excited you are here to learn some more about VIPKID. So today I want to talk about some of my most frequently asked questions. I get questions every day about VIPKID, which is really exciting because it is a growing community of amazing teachers who a lot are affording the opportunity to stay home like me, or unfortunately if you're a classroom teacher, just providing some extra income that is really needed. So my top five. There's wrong some work on my. My top five frequently asked questions. One, is it a real job? Yes, it is a real job. I do it every day. I love it. So I was a brick and mortar teacher for 3 years before adopting our little boy. And for 2 years of his life, I did nothing. Babies don't talk much. So my husband was working a ton. He was doing a great job providing for our family. But I began missing teaching. I love teaching. I know that's what I was called to do, but I also know God had asked me to stay home and He was allowing me to do that. So I began looking and praying for an opportunity to do something else. I Googled one day how to make money staying at home, and a blog, some blog I read. This was one of their top ways. So VIPKID's only been a company for 5 years, and I didn't even know that it was a real thing. VIPKID offers something called a coaching day. The closest coaching day to me was an hour away, but it was a 4-hour session on what is this whole VIPKID thing. I was terrified to go because I didn't know that this was a real thing. Like I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So my mom actually rode with me to the coaching day. Turns out it was a real thing. There were 2 really amazing teachers there from VIPKID that helped give me information about the company and helped train me and some other ladies while we were there. And it was just an amazing opportunity. And so my process happened very quickly. The coaching day took the first few steps of my interview process. So I applied on a Thursday, went to a coaching day on a Saturday, did my mock classes on a Tuesday, signed my paperwork on a Wednesday, and taught my first class on a Thursday. So within a week, I was teaching classes, which blew my mind. It was so crazy. So I did not use a referral code when I signed up for VIPKID because I didn't even know that it was a real job. I had the same question you're having. Is it a real job? It is a real job. But I didn't know. So I highly suggest, from the craziness of my interview process that went so quickly, and then just the craziness of not knowing how to use the platform and the classes and just trying to figure out what to do, I highly suggest a referral code. If you do not have one, I'm going to link mine below. But a referral code will link your account to whoever referral code you're using. It'll link you to their account so they can help you through the interview, the application process, your mock classes, and then actually help you teach the first few classes. I highly recommend having somebody that can help you through those stages. It is a very simple platform to use, but it is different than anything you've used before, guaranteed. So it is a lot of kind of crazy. So I highly suggest having somebody that will help you through the process. So yes, it is a real job. The other question I get asked is, do you get paid? So a year later, my dad still asks me this question like every month. So my husband knows I'm making money. He sees it in the bank account. That's not an issue. But my dad's like, so you getting paid from this place? Yeah, I have been. Every month. VIPKID promises to pay by the 15th of the month. Usually I have my check by the 5th of the month. They just started this past month where you can split your check and get 2 checks a month, which has been awesome. So that's the one thing about teaching that was always not that great, is you got 1 check a month. So now I get a check twice a month, which is a great new addition to the wonderful things they're rolling out for their teachers. So yes, real money. It's a real job with real money. I currently work on average 3 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't work near as much on Sunday, work a little bit extra on Saturday, but on average I work 3 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I make 75% of what I made as a classroom teacher. I could work more, but I choose from my own family to work before my little boy's out of bed. One that's a little bit quieter, and it just helps me spend the day with him. So we are homeschooling, and it just really helps me have a full day with my family, but then still have some extra income. So it's a real job with real money. And so my hours, the third question I get asked, it doesn't make any sense because people go to work 7 to 4. I did that. for several years, I worked all the time, and that did not include the weekly meeting, the weekly parent conference, the weekly PLC, the weekly grade level meeting. Like, it goes on and on. I was there till 7 or 8 o'clock most nights. So how in the world am I almost replacing my income in a few hours a day? Well, VIPKid has some great incentives. So their pay is different. You know, you get a base pay just like you do at your job. You get paid per hour. But they have great incentives for showing up on time, for teaching more classes, for getting new students to enroll, for helping new teachers get started. So the incentive pay is really great. And so it gives me more than what I made per hour at my old job. So that's really been a blessing, is that I can spend less time and make kind of what I was making, and just made it easier. So I choose to work in the morning 3 hours a day. Based on your time zone, that will be different according to where you are in your time zone, because you are operating off China's time zone. Thankfully, the peak hours for China happen to be in my morning time. So I usually teach from like 5 to 8 in the mornings, and then I'm done for the day. I really enjoy that. I enjoy getting up and getting it out of the way and starting my day with my sweet babies from China, and just getting a positive start to my day. So those are the hours I work. I know teachers that work brick and mortar that will teach really early or really late or only on Saturday. It's very flexible. It is your job. It is your decision. It's your calendar. So you set your schedule every week, and you have a very flexible schedule. You can change it. So it sets for a week. So parents can sign up for classes on Monday morning, China time. Yeah. So you kind of have to know at least a week, but literally you can change your schedule day to day. It can be different every day. You are not committing yourself to certain hours every day of the week. You are just committing to 30-minute time slots, because that's all you teach. You teach 25 minutes at a time. So you are choosing as many available 30-minute time slots that you can. So it just makes it super flexible, you know, if you need to work different hours on different days. So that's really been great, because if we're out of town, then I can do that. So another question I get asked all the time is, like, where do you teach and how do you teach? So I teach all over the place. I currently am at my mom and dad's house. So my background's on a science trifold board. I fold it up and I take it with me wherever I go. We live in a tiny house, so a lot of times I teach in my bathroom because it has the best lighting. I teach in hotels, in our camper, wherever we're at. Anywhere there's internet, I can teach. So my job goes with me wherever I go, which makes it really great, because even on vacation, which is totally optional, but I don't mind getting up a few hours before vacation and making a little bit of money. So that's how I choose to teach, but like I said, it's very flexible. It's up to you. So anywhere there's internet, stable internet, you can teach. Then another question I get asked all the time is, how hard is it? Because it is different, and teaching online is a lot different than teaching brick and mortar. But you know what? It's very simple. VIPKid has done all the hard work for you. So the lesson plans, parent conferences, meetings, no, they've done it. They make your PowerPoints. You log on and you're teaching their PowerPoints, which I have to admit are very beautifully written. I have taught for another online company before, and VIPKid just far outranks in their curriculum and materials in my mind. So it's a spiraling and scaffolding curriculum. Is just beautifully done, and it's so simple. So you can easily follow. You know when you're looking at that where your kid is going, where they're headed, where they've been, what they've already learned. Is so simple. So you're just doing what they've done. You are doing the best part of teaching. That is something I missed in the classroom so much. The last year I taught, I come in and made lesson plans for my teacher assistant to teach so I could go assess. That is not what I signed up for. I did not sign up to assess children. That is the least favorite part of their day. I did not want to be a part of the worst part of their day. That was not what I wanted. Thankfully with VIPKid, I'm a part of the best part of these children's day. They look forward to their English classes. They look forward to logging on with their silly teacher who is having fun halfway across the world. So it is not difficult at all. So the platform, learning to use VIPKid's platform is different. So like I said, I do suggest having a referral. That does really help. Somebody that can kind of teach you the platform and all the tips and tricks and the functions and the features. So totally worth it, but very simple to get the hang of. And then the last question is, what are the requirements? So VIPKid does require a 4-year degree in something. It does not have to be teaching, But you have to have a 4-year degree and some type of education experience. We all have that. If you've potty trained your children, you have teaching experience. If you taught your employee beside you how to use the machine at work, you have teaching experience. If you've ever led a meeting or you teach Sunday school, whatever it is, every one of us has teaching experience when we find it. So a 4-year degree, teaching experience, stable internet, and then they require a headset with microphone. That's it. That's it, guys. It's so simple. So I hope this helps a little bit. These are the questions I get asked all the time, but if you have more questions, please, please, please let me know. I'm going to drop my Instagram account below and also my referral link. So if you are ready to start this journey with VIPKID, just click my referral link and I will help you get started. I will help you with the application, interview, and the getting started process. If you just have more questions or need more information, check me out on Instagram, send me a message, and I will answer every question I can. But good luck to you in whatever you're called to do.